Hey family, how you doing? It's your man's and them, Counselor Herb. Reaching out to the family to discuss drugs. I want to go drug for drug, man, line for line. No pun intended. Um, when it comes to this drug, and this drug I'm starting with today is cocaine, powder cocaine, crack cocaine. Cocaine is a stimulant drug. Uh, on the Dave Chappelle show, he said that your man's in them, Rick James said cocaine is a hell of a drug, which it is. All right. So I do want to talk to you about three things. All right. What it is. Okay. I want to talk to you about how it's done. Of course, I'm assuming we all know how it's done. And the neurotransmitters it attaches to. Also, I want to talk to you about the physical, the psychological, and the social aspect. Primary focus on the family part, when it comes to this. All right, so here we go. Cocaine, stimulant drug, upper. Okay. We should know what an upper is. If not, leave the questions in. I'm here to answer all the questions. All right. So now, cocaine, powder cocaine, cooked up cocaine. All right. Powder cocaine usually sniffed. Now I'm hearing, not seeing. Hopefully I don't see, but people are shooting it up. They're actually dissolving it, making it in a liquid form or whatever have you, putting it in a syringe and shooting it up. This is, sounds crazy, but it's going on. All right. So here's the deal. Powder cocaine usually sniffed. Crack cocaine is cooked. All right. Cocaine is cooked. Boom. Rocks up. People smoking it, ingesting it along. Now, once it gets in the body, I want to talk to you about the neurotransmitters in the brain that it is attached to. All right. Dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. All right. Dopamine is the reward system in the brain. All right. Just think about it when you feel happy, loved, so on, so forth. That feeling times 3,000. This is what cocaine does. I'm not here to promote it. I heard. No, I'm not even going to tell you about the latest news where someone is promoting stuff on. Anyway, all right. Anyway, dopamine, the reward system. All right, norepinephrine, fight or flight. All right, fight or flight. You know how, like when you get that, should I run or should I knuckle up? You know what I mean? So on and so forth, right? Okay. That particular feeling, that is norepinephrine. That's right here. That's the drug attaches to that, right? Serotonin. It regulates, that neurotransmitter regulates the mood. Okay. It also regulates appetite and sleep cycle. All right. Mood, appetite, sleep cycle. Okay. Now, effects on the African American community. Come on now. We all know. Huge effect on the African American community. List goes on and on. I'll tell you the physiological effects. Heart attack, stroke. Heart attack, stroke already runs in the community. Due to the bad diet, stress levels, so on, so forth. The list goes on and on and on. Like I said, if you have any more questions, just leave it in the comments. So you hear my dog in the background. Don't pay no attention to that. Our community is heavily affected by those things. Now, the reason why cocaine goes in, because, it's a stimulant and cocaine goes in the body and it definitely attacks the heart, raises the blood pressure in the body immediately raises the blood pressure in the body. It also has the arteries constrict, meaning that they get narrower, they get smaller, right? So as the blood flow increases, them arteries is tightening up and gripping up and getting smaller. Look, man, if we already have pre-existing issues or, some things go down, and even truth be told, do too much of this stuff, heart attack, stroke is right there, bro. I'm gonna tell you hands down, heart attack, stroke is right there. All right, when it comes to the family, I want to tell you what goes up must come down. All right, this is where the psychological piece comes into play. What goes up must come down, right? So the further you go up, further you use, the more and more you use, and you burn out this pleasure feeling or whatever have you. Naturally, it's difficult for it to replenish. So what we want to do is know that what was naturally pleasurable to a person who uses cocaine is not all that naturally pleasurable to them anymore, because cocaine is at the top of the list, or becomes working itself up the top of the list. Now, I want you to be careful. Don't sit here and just, oh, nah, man. Nah, we ain't doing none of that. I ain't doing none of that on the. If you leave a comment in this, I'm not entertaining that. All right. So anyway, strokes, heart attacks. All right, we're talking about what goes up must come down. Let's talk about. We already went over the dopamine aspect. Let's go over the norepinephrine, the fight or flight, the paranoia thing. You know what I mean? I always feel like somebody's watching me. That shit. All right. So, people who use cocaine, while they're on cocaine, paranoid as hell, looking over their shoulder. Fight or flight syndrome is really at its highest. Norepinephrine is being affected. Now, thing is that what goes up must come down. Burning out that neurotransmitter, truth be told, some people walking in the middle of the street don't even, look at the car, see the car coming, and don't feel like they should run or do anything about it. Now, that's at its height. All right, that's at its height. I'm not saying that everyone who does cocaine or crack cocaine, cooked up cocaine, whatever have you, is dealing with that. I'm telling you, it increases over time. And truth be told, those things we should run from or knuckle up for, it's less likely for us to do. All right, so appetite. Cocaine is a stimulant drug. Stimulant actually suppresses the appetite. So those who do cocaine, this is why a lot of people back in the day, smoke crack on a regular basis. They were skinny. One of the reasons why they were skinny is that they ass ain't eat. They didn't eat. So with that being said, they didn't eat for two things. One, chasing the high. Two, they didn't feel hungry because that stimulant drug suppresses the appetite. All right. Now, moving on again, back to the family aspect. All right. People who smoke or people who sniff, whatever, less likely to engage in family activities, and if they do, to be fully engaged in family activity, especially like they were, you will see a decrease in the pleasure of them in family outings or all of the other things that they used to enjoy. All right, so here's the deal. This is my first video on this. I'm going to ask for grace, even though I know people won't give me no grace. Some people won't give me no grace. The thing is that I hope this thing helps somebody. All right. If you have any further questions, leave it in the comments. I promise I'm going to get back to you. This is your mans and them. Counselor Herb. Love y'all. And this is why I'm doing this shit. All right. Peace.